All right, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're going to begin the proceedings. Please take your seats, and council members, please take your seats also. Welcome everybody. I'm John Igliozzi, the president of the Providence City Council. Welcome this evening. This is the actually first meeting of the after the August break, kind of the half August break, but not the full one. So welcome everybody, audiences, council members back. To my left, I have City Solicitor Jeff Daner, and we will begin today's proceedings, which is, it's September 1st, 2022, Thursday. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Council President Igliozzi.
Present.
Councilwoman Anthony.
Present.
Majority Whip Castillo.
Present.
Councilman Correa is absent. Council President Pro Tempore Espinal.
Present.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Present.
Deputy Majority Leader Harris is absent. Councilor Kerwin.
Present.
Councilwoman LaFortune.
Present.
Councilor Miller.
Present.
Senior Deputy Majority Leader Narducci is absent. Councilwoman Ryan.
Present.
Councilor Salvatore is absent. Majority Leader Taylor.
Here.
Councilman Vargas.
Present.
You have 11 present and 4 absent. You have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item number 1 is the invocation given by Councilman Oscar Vargas. All rise. Councilman, you have the mic.
Thank you. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. God, please guide us to be a better citizens, to get united and work very hard for our constituents. And God bless everyone here present and give us vision to do a better job. Amen.
Amen. Next item number 2 is the Pledge of Allegiance, going to be led by Finance Chair Joanne Ryan. Please stay standing, please. Councilwoman, you have the mic.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item is item number 3. Madam Clerk.
Approval of minutes.
Mr.
Item number
President.
3.
Majority Leader Taylor.
Motion to waive the reading of item 3 and approve.
Second that motion, Mr. President.
Second by Chairwoman Ryan. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Next item number 4.
Executive orders.
Mr. President,
Majority Leader Taylor.
motion to waive the reading of items 4 and 5.
Second that motion, Mr.
Second
President.
by Chairwoman Ryan. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Madam Clerk, receive item 4 and 5. Item number 6.
Ordinances.
Mr. President,
Majority Leader Taylor.
motion to waive the reading of items 6 through 12 and pass for the second time on a roll call vote.
Second that motion, Mr. President.
Second by Chairwoman Ryan. Discussion. Madam Clerk, roll call vote.
Council President Igliozzi.
Aye.
Councilwoman Anthony.
Aye on everything except for number 10.
No on number 10. Majority Whip Castillo. Aye and no on number 10. Councilman Correa is absent. Council President Pro Tempore Espinal.
Aye and no on 10.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye and also no on 10.
Deputy Majority Leader Harris is absent. Councilor Kerwin.
Aye and no on 10.
No on number 10. Councilwoman LaFortune.
Aye and no on 10 as well.
Councilor Miller.
Aye and no on item 10.
No on number 10. Senior Deputy Majority Leader Narducci is absent. Councilwoman Ryan.
Aye.
Councilor Salvatore is absent. Majority Leader Taylor.
Aye.
Councilman Vargas.
Aye.
You have 11 ayes and 4 absent on items 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 12. On item number 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, You have 4 ayes, 7 noes, and 4 absent. The motion to pass number 10 for the second time on a roll call vote fails. All other items are passed for the second time on a roll call vote.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item number 13.
Mr. President, motion to waive the reading of items 13 through 15.
Second that motion, Mr. President.
Second by Chairwoman Ryan. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Madam Clerk, refer those items to Finance 13 and 14, and number 15 to the Committee on Ordinances. Item number 16.
Presentation of resolutions.
Mr. President,
Majority Leader Taylor.
motion to have the clerk read items 16 through 19 into the record and pass on a voice vote.
Second that motion, Mr. President.
Second by Chairwoman Ryan. Discussion. Councilman
If
Goncalves.
no objection from you, Mr. President, I'd like to be added on to item number 18, please.
Item number 18 or?
16.
Excuse me. Councilman Goncalves wants item number 16 and 18. Councilman Goncalves? Okay. I think, is it 16 and 18 or just 18? I'll do that. Councilman Kerwin,
Can you add me to 16, 17, and 18?
all items?
Yes.
Councilman Anthony, all items? Councilman Miller, all items? Councilman Castillo, is full council all items?
Well, 16 to 19 for me.
That's, okay, all items, right? All items by the full council co-sponsoring. I believe I got that correct. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Madam Clerk, please begin the readings, items 16 through 19, please.
Item number 16 is a resolution celebrating the 150th year anniversary of the Roger Williams Park Zoo. Whereas Roger Williams Park Zoo, the third oldest zoo in the country, celebrates its 150th birthday this year. And whereas what started as a scattered collection of small animals purely for entertainment has today evolved into one of our region's foremost centers for conservation and environmental education. And whereas as leaders in conservation and animal care, Roger Williams Park Zoo provides engaging experiences that empower guests to learn and join in conserving wildlife and wild places. And whereas the zoo is the most visited single attraction in Rhode Island with a record 835,000 visitors last year. And whereas the Roger Williams Park Zoo was the first zoo in New England to earn accreditation from the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. And whereas the zoo's educational programs directly touch more than 138,000 learners of all ages each year. And whereas the zoo's national and international conservation efforts have been recognized with more than 20 awards from AZA and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service over the past 2 decades. And whereas the zoo has played a key role in educating guests from New England and beyond about the importance of wildlife and wild places while providing the community with a safe, accessible, and fun place to enjoy time together. Now therefore be it resolved that the Providence City Council hereby celebrates the 150th year anniversary of Roger Williams Zoo. Be it further resolved that the Providence City Council also recognizes all advocacy efforts and the Rhode Island Zoological Society, which has championed increased public awareness since 1962. Be it further resolved that upon passage, copies of this resolution be transmitted to the Mayor of Providence and the Rhode Island Zoological Society. Item number 17 is a resolution recognizing and supporting Roger Williams Zoo and the Association of Zoos and Aquariums in their efforts to preserve the endangered red wolves as well as other endangered species in the United States. Whereas the Roger Williams Zoo recently became a home to a new red wolf pup, which is significant as red wolves are an endangered species. And whereas, according to the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, red wolves are critically endangered with less than 30 left in the wild, while roughly 250 remain in the AZA American Red Wolf SSP breeding program. And whereas the American red wolf was one of the first species protected under the Endangered Species Preservation Act, as well as one of the first species added to the list of endangered species after the passing of the Endangered Species Act. And whereas conservation efforts have long been underway to protect the American red wolf from extinction. Red wolf reintroduction programs intended to promote breeding in the wild and species survival, in addition to genetic health, have led to an increase in the population of wild red wolves. And whereas, as of today, the Red Wolf Conservation Program is helping to protect red wolves and increase populations, but further conservation efforts are needed to ensure species survival. And whereas the Providence City Council received a moving letter from the Roger Williams Zoo Conservation Heroes Zoo Camp highlighting the importance of continuing the preservation efforts for the American red wolf population, and a full copy of the letter is attached. Now therefore be it resolved that the Providence City Council recognizes and supports the Roger Williams Zoo and the Association of Zoos and Aquariums in their efforts to preserve the endangered red wolves as well as other endangered species in the United States. Be it further resolved that the Providence City Council recognizes and extends its deepest gratitude to the Zoo Camp for their tireless work and advocacy towards raising awareness of the vital role of the red wolves in the ecosystem. Be it further resolved that upon passage, copies of this resolution be transmitted to the Mayor of Providence, the Roger Williams Zoo Conservation Heroes Summer, and the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. Item number 18 is a resolution recognizing firefighter Stanley Carmichael. Whereas firefighter Stanley Carmichael joined the Providence Fire Department on March 11, 2013, and is currently assigned to ladder company number 8. And whereas on July 24th, 2022, a fire broke out in a 2.5-story house on Road Street with flames shooting through the roof. And whereas the Providence Fire Department immediately responded to the emergency by dispatching ladder company 8, who quickly arrived on site to attempt to get the fire under control. And whereas when they arrived on the scene, firefighter Carmichael identified that there was a victim who needed assistance evacuating the burning residence and promptly jumped into action by ascending a ladder to the balcony of the residence in order to attempt to rescue the trapped man. And whereas firefighter Carmichael successfully reached the victim and was able to assist him out of the house, saving him from potentially severe injuries. And whereas the heroic actions of firefighter Carmichael by taking quick and decisive action to ensure the safety of Providence residents is a reflection of the very best qualities of the Providence Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved that the Providence City Council hereby awards firefighter Stanley Carmichael with the Municipal Medal of Bravery for his heroic actions in responding to the house fire on July 24, 2022. Be it further resolved that the Providence City Council extends its deepest appreciation to the entire Providence Fire Department for their dedicated service to the residents of the city. Be it further resolved that upon passage, copies of this resolution be transmitted to the Mayor of Providence, the Commissioner of Public Safety, and firefighter Stanley Carmichael.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Could the city sergeant escort, please escort firefighter Carmichael up here, please. Before we acknowledge the firefighter, come on up. Let's acknowledge in the audience, we have Commissioner Parry present. We also have Assistant Chief Derek Silver present. Our EMA Chief Zach Kenya is present. We have our President of the Firefighters Local 799, Mike Foley. Our Vice President, Adam Schuman, present. Acknowledge them. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. More importantly, I want to thank the family of Carmichael for joining this evening. So not only do we get a resolution, but it's important that we, as council members, this is part of the presentation, you actually receive a true medal. And I want you coming up, firefighter Carmichael. Just for everybody's edification, I believe This medal has only been awarded 7 times in the history of its creation, which is about 100 some odd years ago. So Firefighter Carmichael is part of a very select group of people that all of us consider as heroes to protect us every day and our constituents. So this medal, just very quickly, has the city council seal on it, which you all see behind me, above me, and all around. The city council seal represents the city council's motto. We have, of course, the bee on it, which is the council be industrious. The goose represent to be watchful, and the lamb to be peace. The council's mission statement is to be industrious, be watchful, and promote peace. And we hereby award you with this official Medal of Honor. Come forward. Acknowledging your dedication and willing to put your life on the line for all of us here today and our family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Firefighter Carmichael. Please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, Firefighter Carmichael, let's hear it. Come on. It's time to celebrate some really good news. Thank you. And thank you, Carmichael family, for raising him and making him such a great addition to the Providence firefighters. We're all proud of him, and I know you guys are just beaming full of pride. Thank you very much to family Carmichael. The family, if you want, after the proceedings, you'd be willing to come up forward. I'm sure the full council has a photograph with you and Firefighter Carmichael, all right? So if you all can hang for a few more minutes, then we can get some nice photographs with everybody involved, all right? Thank you. Madam Clerk, can you read the last resolution, please?
Item number 19 is a resolution in loving memory of Carmen Buckholz. Whereas on November 2nd, 2019, Carmen Buckholz, a native of Puerto Rico and founder of the Puerto Rican Cultural Festival and Parade of Rhode Island for more than 20 years, passed away. And whereas Carmen Buckholz was known to be a great mother, grandmother, sister, friend, and an amazing provider for her family. And whereas Carmen Buckholz was an outstanding community leader who will be greatly missed in the Latino community. Whereas Carmen Buckholz was a determined leader and was affectionately referred to as the mother and teacher of the Puerto Rican culture for many youths and adults of the state of Rhode Island. And whereas Carmen Buckholz made a cultural and substantial contributions to the betterment of the Puerto Rican and other Latino communities in the state of Rhode Island. And whereas Carmen Buckholz was one of the greatest charity workers, she handmade all the typical dresses for the underprivileged youth of the state of Rhode Island participating in typical dances, and she often gave her last dollar to needed organizations. And whereas Carmen Buckholz's legacy of faith and services will continue to inspire her loved ones and every community member. And whereas the Latino community will continue to mourn with the family and carry on the legacy of Carmen Buckholz. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Providence City Council hereby honors the life, memory, and legacy of Carmen Buckholz. Be it further resolved that the City Council of the City of Providence extends its deepest condolences to Carmen Buckholz's family and friends throughout Providence and beyond.
You all could have a moment of silence. Thank you. President Pro Tem Espinal, I believe you have a few words.
Thank you, Mr. President. Indeed, November 2nd of 2019, it's a day that will be remembered by many, by the entire city of Providence and the state of Rhode Island, as we lost a great leader. Carmen Buckholz was a great person and loved by many. I'd like to welcome her family, who is here today, to Providence City Council Chamber. Thank you for being here. Carmen was a devoted person, a compassionate individual, a committed individual. She dedicated her life to her society, to her family, to her friends. And she did indeed created the Puerto Rican Festival and Arts and Culture. She devoted her life to that. I feel honored to have met Carmen and to have known her and to have called her a friend. Carmen will forever will be missed. As you exit the room today, you'll see many recognition that she was able to get and receive throughout her life, because she was deeply involved in her community and she was recognized by many. She even made it to become the Grand Marshal of the New York Puerto Rican Parade. She was a great bowler. She loved to play bowling. And if you needed something, there was one phone number that you needed to call. There was only one person that you needed to know, and that was Carmen Buchholz. That was the type of individual that she was. She devoted her life to her community, and the Latino community, society at large, will always forever miss her and will always love her. Thank you so much, family, for being here and sharing Carmen with us and allowing us to be with her, allowing me to speak on her behalf. I feel more than honored. Thank you.
And on behalf of the Providence City Council, our deepest condolences to your loss and also to the loss of the people of Providence. Thank you. Madam Clerk, next item, please.
From the clerk's
Mr.
desk.
President.
Majority Leader Taylor.
Motion to waive the readings of item 20 through 25.
Second that motion. Mr.
Second by
President.
Finance Chairwoman Ryan. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Madam Clerk, refer items 20 through 24 to the Committee on Ordinance and 25 to the Committee on Claims and Pending Suits, please. Item number 26.
Presentation of resolutions and congratulations. Item 26.
Mr.
Council
President.
President,
Majority Leader Taylor.
Motion to waive the reading of 26 and pass on a voice vote.
Second that motion, Council
Second by
President.
Chairwoman Ryan. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Item number 27.
Mr. President,
Majority Leader Taylor.
motion to pass item 27 on a unanimous rising vote.
Second that motion, Mr.
Second by
President.
Chairwoman Ryan. All rise, please. Thank you.
Mr.
Majority Leader
Pres-
Taylor.
Mr. President, if there's no further business, I'd like to adjourn in memory of retired Providence Police Major Edward Ted Collins.
Second that motion, Mr.
Second by
President.
Chairwoman Ryan. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Motion adjourned. Thank you. Firefighter Carmichael and his family, if you want to please approach, and I think the council would love to have a photograph taken with all of you. Council members, would you like to approach the dais and have a photograph? I'll step here. I'll let him go on. So.